After we have done the ad writing, to make our campaign more complete, we need to use extensions. Of course, I should tell you that even if you don't write extensions, your campaign can run now with just writing one ad. But extensions are actually elements that attach to your ad text, and they make your ad longer. They get added to it, and they allow you to occupy more space on the SERP, which results in being more noticeable, increasing the likelihood of getting clicks, and enhancing your CTR. We have a series of extensions that we will explain to you, and I recommend that you use all of them right from the start to fully set up your campaign. You see, extensions are also applied at different levels. Exactly at what level are you? For example, I am now going to the campaign level. I sit down, and always at the top, exactly at what level are you? I am now at the campaign level. And from this left-hand menu, I select Add Extensions. You see, such a page opens for me that contains various types of extensions. When I click on this plus option, I have different models of extensions: Site, Link, Callout, Structured Snippet, Call Extension, Lead Form Extension, Location Extension, Affiliate Location Extension, Price Extension, App Extension, and Promotion Extension. We will review all these together. Let's go to the first extension. You see, site links are one of the types of extensions that you can link to. And in fact, you can bring the user to the site through another way. What role do extensions play? They serve the role of cross-selling and upselling in marketing. This means you can do upselling or cross-selling through site links. What does that mean? Right? For example, I might sell laptops. So what can I sell as a cross-sell alongside it? I can sell a laptop bag, a keyboard, a mouse, and various other items. So if I'm using site links in my laptop group, I can actually use the related items, or I can upsell by offering different models of the same laptop or different colors of the same laptop. So as a result, you first need to see which group you are in, what your topic is, and how you can encourage the user to visit your site again, and how you can sell more to them. And for example, on service websites, what benefits can you use as site links? For instance, if the issue is beauty clicks, you might be in the general group, like in a hair transplant campaign. In the ad group, for example, generally, well, what can I do? I think to myself, well, someone who is in the general group looking for a hair transplant doesn't have a specific method in mind. I can use different methods as site links, like cart fit and various other options. I can, for example, offer free consultations about the clinic and place these as site links. So it really depends on what level I'm at right now, whether I'm targeting at the campaign level, the ad group level, and where I am. I think about how I can sell more to the user. The point is that if we create an extension at the campaign level and then create another extension at a lower level, like the ad group, it will read the extension from the lower level. For example, if I have an extension at the campaign level, like a site link, and I also have a site link in the ad group, it will read from the ad group. If I don't have a site link in the ad group, it will read from the campaign level. So it considers different levels to see at which level it exists. If, for example, it's not at the campaign level, it will read from the account level. Therefore, the priority is with the lower level, and it goes up accordingly. Now look, when I select the site link option here, it takes me to a page like this. Here I have the option to add at the account level, campaign level, or ad group level. Now, because I am at the campaign level, when I select the ad group, it asks me to tell it which ad group. If I were at the same ad group level, selecting the site link here wouldn't give me such an option. Suppose I choose the general planting ad group, then I click done. Well, I can add 4 site links. For the site links, I have a site link text that appears here. And this site link has a description and a final URL. Now, the question that might arise for you is whether I can have the same final URL for all 4 of them. Yes, there's no problem. It might give you an error when you try to save it, but that's okay. I mentioned that we can even run ads for a single landing page, so there are no different pages. Now, suppose you have a hair transplant clinic. I would come to the site link and write the first one. For example, I would write about the clinic. From this preview, on the right, see how it appears. Different models of cycling can be displayed either like this, under your item, or as a box below your item. Sometimes the description is also displayed, so make sure to write your descriptions. And cycling options, because assuming the cycling options are displayed, the lack of display of the description can be an issue. If these descriptions are displayed in a lengthy manner, you will occupy a significant position in the SERP, which greatly influences decisions. Here, I want to write a description about the clinic. For example, let's name the clinic something like HT, with a license. Official. Now let's see the second headline and write the second description. Notice that these descriptions here are not kept below. You can continue the first sentence and write it down. It appears below, but you can also write a separate description. For example, write something that continues from the previous one but is related to it. For instance, HT Clinic with an official license and a team like, and specialist doctors. For this example, okay, you can write it like this. For example, I can write a site link, like free consultation, or write it as a call to action. Get a free consultation, okay? Now, the second model I mentioned is to write the description in a way that get a free consultation. I come to the next line with the same thing now with our experts, coordinate. Okay, see, it's a bit too much. I'll move this part up, but now it doesn't go up. To receive a free consultation, absolutely contact our planting experts right now, immediately, because let's say I have a landing page, I can place the same page again. And for instance, in a general ad group, I can have a site link, specifically regarding the topic of hair transplant surgery. For hair transplant surgery. For example, I can have another site link, and I'll sparkle, and again, I place the final URL for these and write a description. I can seal it. There is an option called URL option. Don't pay attention to the URL option at all. There is another option called advanced option. When I click on advanced option, I can determine on which days and at what hours this site link should be displayed and when this display should start. For example, I can set its start date, for instance, the 11th. I can set its end date to say the 24th. It will automatically display from the 11th to the 24th. After that, it will no longer display it. Or I can specify it for certain days. You don't have a schedule. You don't have any timing for your campaign. You want your campaign to be displayed 24 hours. But if you want your site link to be displayed at specific times, you can specify this through the adjust option. Well, see, there's just one point to be aware of. For example, you are in Iran, but your account, for instance, this account here says, its time zone is Turkish. And if I'm setting a time here, it's based on Turkish time. And then I need to convert it to the time of the country I want. So pay attention to this. If I want my campaign to run at 8 a.m., I don't set it to 8 a.m. here. I convert it to Turkish time and set the Turkish time. In the end, I wrote the 4 site links and clicked the save option. You see here, for example, I said, it's correct that you didn't write a description. Do you want to? I say we didn't write it, for example, for this. I save it. Well, that's the discussion about site links. So we understood that a site link is an extension to which we can provide a link Through this, we can direct users to the site and increase our sales from there. Our goal with Sitelinks is either to make additional sales or to upsell. If we can sell a product alongside our other products, we introduce it. Or if we can provide a description about a specific product, we include those. Let's move on to the next extension. The callout extension. Be careful not to confuse callout with call extension. Again, like all extensions, you can apply this at different levels. Since I'm placing it at the campaign level, when I click Add To, it's for the hair transplant campaign. Suppose I select Ad Group here and say I only want to apply the extension for my SUT. Here I select SUT. So see what the callout does, you can apply it, write your callout up to 25 characters. What is a callout actually? It's the values of your business. You come here to introduce your values, like what? For example, for the hair transplant clicker, I also offer free consultation, or I have high density hair transplants or licenses. Do I have official licenses? For example, do I have high satisfaction? Now, for different cases, if you are an online store, your delivery is immediate, your delivery is nationwide, your prices are reasonable, you offer discounts, you have after-sales services, you have a warranty, you have a guarantee, you have a quality guarantee, you have authenticity, and various other things. These are actually the values of your business. See where they are displayed. It goes into the continuation of your description, finds its display, and makes your description longer, which again causes your CTR to increase. Like any other extension, Callout also has an advanced option, meaning you can specify when its start date and end date should be, and at what times of the day it should be displayed. If you don't select any option, it follows the ad schedule of your campaign. I click Save, and now the callout is also. Well, let's move on to the next extension. Look, when I click on the extension here, it shows me the list. The next extension is the Structured Snippet extension. Again, like any other extension, I can set it at different levels. For example, I say I want it at the ad group level. There is another option, create new or use existing. What is this option? For example, you might have created a callout at the campaign level, and now you want to create it for another campaign. You want to use the same callout, so you can select the use existing option here. If you have a callout here, it will show it to you. This is true for all extensions, not just callouts. But if you want to create an extension for the first time, you select the Create New option. The difference between Structured Snippet and Callout becomes clear here. You can give it a headline here, a header, and this header must be in one language. For example, there are different languages here like Chinese, English, and various others. Unfortunately, the Persian language is not available, so we set it to English, which doesn't cause any issues. You can see here in the header section, the rest of your description will be displayed. Set this to English unless you want to run a foreign campaign, in which case you set it to the language you have in mind. Well, when I select the header, it suggests a series of options to me, and I must. So I choose between these options, for example. There are different types of styles, like service, catalog, model, course. For instance, if you are an educational site with various courses, you select course here. Then you come here to talk about the different courses. For example, the DOB course, the search course, plus you introduce your courses. Well, now, it depends on what your group is, what the business topic is, and what you are advertising. For example, if you are a store, you have different brands, you set this to brand. You might write Mac here or Makeup Studio and so on. I am setting this to service catalog, meaning I am providing services. I can come here and use the structure to offer different services similar to a catalog. When we set it to service catalog, we can, for example, include free consultation with a doctor here. For instance, you might offer a free initial visit or various other services. You can list the services you provide here, and if you want to add more items, you click Add and include them. It's somewhat similar to a catalog. where you provide values, but for this value you need to specify a header. Again, check the preview section to see how it will be displayed. The continuation of the description, lack of service catalog, and various items will be shown, and then you click the Save option. And that's it. These sets are from extensions that are very important. This means you should use sitelinks, callouts, and structured snippets under any circumstances. Join me in the next video as we review other extensions together.